up everyone, I hope that you're all doing alright. Welcome back to my channel. Thought I'd do another CAS video because I have been wanting to do like a Y2K outfit sort of lookbook, whatever you want to call it. And I thought that it was going to be easy, so I tried this months ago and I just felt like there weren't any items in the pack in the game, that were making the looks that I wanted to make. I wanted like typical sort of Y2K, very early 2000s, even possibly late 90s, very sort of colourful, some pastel colours, like big baggy trousers, but then like crop tops and stuff, space buns, the hairstyles, the makeup, everything. I thought it was going to be easy, so I tried this months ago and it just weren't really like coming together. There was something about it seemed a bit off. I weren't quite getting it. It was more of like a 2000s grungy look that I ended up doing, and I've already done like a grunge outfits video, so I didn't want to do that again. But since we got the, what pack was it, high school years, I always forget what pack that's called or what the title of it is, but since we got that pack, we do have quite a lot of like Y2K sort of items in that, and I thought I would put that pack to good use this time, and that's what we're doing today. So I made a sim and all of her outfits are very Y2K themed. I also named her very Y2K themed, not really, but I felt like when I was at school, every other girl were called Becky or Rebecca or Becca or Beck or whatever. I think I had about 4 friends at one point that were called Becky, and I thought we'll call this girl, call her Becca. The name's not really relevant, neither is the personality or the traits. It's more focused on the outfits and stuff. But yeah, here's the same, and I hope that it fits the sort of Y2K sort of style. I feel like some of the outfits were a little bit repeaty. I went with the cargo trousers. Sorry, that was my chair. If you heard a weird noise, I did not like fart out like that. But yeah, the couple of the outfits are a little bit repeaty. Repetitive is actually the word, not repeaty. But yeah, for like the first and second outfit, I went with the cargo trousers, the sort of straight legged look. I did want some jeans. I'm pretending that for the second outfit she's wearing jeans because I wanted her to wear some jeans that are like that, but unfortunately we don't have any that are in the game that are actually like that. We don't have any sort of somewhat high-waisted, straight-legged jeans that go all the way to the floor. We've got some in the cropped trousers section, but they weren't doing it for me. It weren't working out, so I ended up going with the cargo pants. And yeah, then for the third outfit, I went with a more sort of casual look, I guess. And I also used the same trousers throughout, and I can't remember what pack they're from. I think they're from the Throwback Fit Kit, is that what it's called? The very chunky white trainers were a big thing in the early 2000s. I know I had a pair. I think there's a photo of me somewhere. I'll see if I can find it. Although, I don't know if it's... I don't think I have it on my phone, but I know it's in like a photo album somewhere, where I'm wearing like these big chunky white trainers and I'm like 5 years old. And yeah, I think I've got little pigtails in it as well. I'll have to see if I can find it out, but yeah, either way, the big chunky white trainer things, they were very like popular in the early 2000s, and she kind of is wearing them with most of her outfits. I also, for her makeup, for all of her outfits pretty much, went with a very like frosty look, the sort of like pastel glittery frosted eyes that were really like popular. So I went for that sort of look. And yeah, I remember in the early 2000s, you remember those, if you're my age, I'm 28, so in the early 2000s that was when I was like growing up. So by the time Y2K was a thing, I think I would have been 6. So I weren't necessarily wearing this sort of stuff, it was more like adults that were wearing it. I had a very sort of typical child of the 2000s sort of wardrobe, although I did wear a lot of like sportswear and like trackies and that sort of thing. But yeah, I remember the tracksuits were like a thing, but they were like velour tracksuits. Is that how you pronounce it? Velour tracksuits. And they were like they were kind of like everywhere, and people would wear them with like slippers. I don't know if they were slippers, but they were like furry, sandal-y type things. So it were like sandals, but then like a felt sort of, it wasn't felt, but it felt like felt. It felt horrible. Them sort of tracksuits. The third outfit, that's the kind of thing that I wanted to do, but I didn't really want to like actually do it. So the top is kind of to emulate that, and then the trousers I just went with some like tight around the knees but then flared bottom jeans which were again very popular in the early 2000s. And then for the fourth outfit, I had to go with the bucket hat that we got with, did we get that with high school years? Although it took me quite a while to find it, so I was flicking through the catalogue and I was like, I'm sure that we got one, like a bucket hat, which is a bit more 90s in my opinion, but I think it suits like the Y2K era. You got to think as well, like Y2K was like the year 2000, so there was a lot of crossover between like 90s and then going into like a new era, which let me tell you, Y2K fashion, I know it's like had a big comeback and stuff, but there's some really bad like outfit decisions from back in the day. I mean, if you Google Y2K red carpet looks, everybody were turning up just like completely unbothered. It weren't like today where it were like fully designer. It was, I mean, it was designer, but it weren't like obviously designer. It were very like layered looks, multiple fabrics, multiple patterns. Some of my favourite ones were of Ashley Tisdale, looking back on them. The layering, amazing. I'm glad we're kind of past that era, but I also like looking back on it because it is very like nostalgic for me. So with the fourth look, that's kind of what I was going for with the top. But we don't have out like that in The Sims, which is understandable because I can't imagine that the Sims team and like the artists and the designers are wanting to make clothes like that. But yeah, I think I did all right, you know, all together with the outfits. I think they are quite Y2K themed. And for the fifth outfit, I went with a more sort of like preppy look. The top, I kind of wanted a cardigan that's like a bit shorter. But we didn't have anything like that, so I settled for the top that I put on the fifth outfit. And then for a formal wear, I wanted a slip dress, like a strappy sort of satiny type dress, so I went with this one. I can't remember what pack it's from, but I thought it suited pretty well and ended up settling for it in black because I thought the black was like better. Also, I feel like I'm talking 100 miles an hour, but it's because I want to talk about every outfit and like my thought process and everything. But yeah, for the sandals, I gave the like, they're not really platform, but the chunky heel sort of sandals, which I hate the look of. They kind of make me feel a bit cringy when I look at them because they've got like a toe post that goes between the Sims' toes. Could not be me wearing those. Makes me feel sick, like the thought of it. But yeah, then again, for the makeup, I went for more of like the blue eyeshadow, red lip, which were more of like a 90s thing that kind of had a bit of a crossover, but it weren't really like suiting the whole like outfit and everything, so I settled for more of like a burgundy lip, and then still went for that like frosted eyeshadow, which pretty much every look that she's got a frosted eye because that were just everywhere in the 2000s, really popular. And then for the jewellery part of it, I kind of struggled with the rings and the bracelets and stuff. I didn't want to like repeat it too much, and I'm not really good with stuff like that. I'm not very good at picking out like bracelets and stuff in general. But I ended up giving her a choker in a couple of her outfits because that were like somewhat popular. And then for her sportswear outfit, I think it looks a bit more 80s, 90s, like that sort of late 80s, early 90s crossover, the sort of shell suit vibe that we had with the 90s and stuff. But like I said, there was some crossover from the 90s, like at the turn of the century and everything. And I thought it looked like alright, I thought it looked nice, so I decided to go with the co-ord set from the Throwback Fit Kit. I use a lot of packs for this one. I always do for my CAS videos just because it just happens like that. So yeah, sorry about that. The full pack details will be on the gallery. I don't often put it in the description when I use so many, so best place to see what packs I use will be on the gallery. But yeah, sorry about that. Sorry that I used so many packs. It just happens that way with CAS videos. I just use whatever I want to use and it is what it is. Like, sorry, that's all I can say. And then for a party outfit, I was wanting to go with like a double denim look. Can you remember in the 2000s when I said, can you remember? So everybody's my age. I'm assuming everybody knows what I'm on about, but if you don't, Google Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake 2000s outfit or denim outfit. In the 2000s, they went to, I can't remember exactly what year it was, but they went to, was it like an MTV Music Award, or it was summer basically. They went wearing double denim. It's a very iconic look and I wanted to emulate that, but none of the skirts were really looking right. So I decided to go with the skirt from, can't remember what pack it's from, but it's got this like chain belt on it and I remember them being quite popular. So I gave her that skirt instead. And then for a makeup, I went for a very like frosty, bright pink, almost nude lip, and then gave her some tinted glasses as well because those were really popular. I remember like a lot of people wore like red or orange like aviators and stuff. And then for her hair, I gave her the one that we got with High School Years, where it's like a ponytail that's in like different sections. Very 2000s in my opinion. That whole pack is very like Y2K inspired. So it worked really well with this lookbook. And then for her jewellery, I just gave her some flowery earrings. And I also wanted to show you her swimwear. It didn't take me that long to like flick through it, but I didn't see the point in showing the video of it, so I'll just give you a quick glimpse of it. Then for a hot weather outfit, this one really stumped me because I wanted like a flowy type skirt, but none of the skirts that we've got in game sort of give that look and are the right length. But we just don't have anything like that, so I decided to give her a denim skirt instead. And then the top took me quite a while to decide on as well. I were going to give her that like crochet top from Nifty Knitting, because crochet tops were like a thing at one point, but it just weren't looking right. It weren't the sort of cut that I wanted, so I just gave her a basic sort of like crop tank top. And then for her hair, I went with some pigtails with like braids and everything. Then for the cold weather outfit, had to give her the puffer jacket because it just suited so well. And then for the rest of her clothes, I just went with similar things that I'd already done in the previous outfits, the jeans, the boots, and the hair and everything. And then after that, we'll be at the end of the video where you'll see her full outfits, and I'll show you some pictures of them, go through them and have her all nice and posed and everything. But yeah, that was the CAS video. That were the Y2K outfits that I came up with. Let me know in the comments which one were your favourite. I think my favourite is probably the first one. I don't know, there's something about it I really like. I like the colour scheme, I like the hair, the glasses. I think it all just works together pretty well. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to end the voiceover here. Thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please feel free to leave a like on it. And feel free to leave any outfit, lookbook, whatever you want to call it, CAS video suggestions in the comments. Anyway, I hope that you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you later. Bye!